Hey, ahoy, bacon creepy fans! I'm back. I'm back again. I'm back with another speed build. Which one is this? Fuck. This one is Bacon's headspace. Yeah, you know, I've been enjoying the speed builds a lot. I like just when I want to chill out. I like just kind of starting and not even knowing what I'm doing. So this one, we're gonna go with a spiral. You know, because, hey, they look so good when we're all done, and I love this new airport with all this new space. In fact, I'm wondering if anybody's even making any races not in the airport right now, to be honest, the airport or Zancudo. So, anyways, I want to take a moment to say hello to all my new subs and followers. Jesus Christ, I got like, what, like maybe like 180 in the past 36 hours. I've gotten a whole boatload. I mean, 180 for some channels, it's not a lot, but for a guy who's only got like 600 or so, that is a lot. So hey, thanks new guys. I hope you enjoy the place. If you ever have any comments, questions, or anything, you know, feel free to drop them. I try to respond to as many as I can. I have to respond to, I think, 95% of them, to be honest. And if you guys are new and you want to follow us, I got a link in the description for our crew, the Ahoy crew, and that's how you can get your races noticed by us. That's how you can get invites to the playlists when it's playlist time. So go to the social club, look up the link in the description here. It should be called Ahoy. You'll find myself, Icy, and Ouch as you know the reps for the crew. So just go and you know, go and ask for an invite, and we'll definitely accept you. So, speaking of Ahoy, that crew is growing fast. What did we start that thing a month and a half ago tops? We're at 275-ish, you know, want to give or take a couple, and that's really cool. So you guys have been really active, and I hope you're enjoying the place. So, we should be doing playlists, I believe, tonight by the time I upload this. So keep your eye out for that coming, you know. You know, that's not all that's coming. We still got other stuff, like, I know those challenges we were talking about, doing, like, crew challenges. I'm thinking we're going to do, like, maybe playlist jobs, have you make certain types for us as challenges, and we're still going to do, like, a top 10 race kind of idea. We're working on that. We're working on that, but it's coming. It's coming. So, let's go ahead and describe a little bit what I'm doing here, just for anybody who's new. Do you see the green containers in the background? I use those to raise up the red and white barrier. The red and white barrier is what is needed to place objects in that vertical fashion, which is the way I'm making those red containers. And we do the spiral by kind of lining them up. As you can see, you put the red and white barrier along the back of the prior red container that you just placed, and that makes it so the back of the next one will line up right. You tilt it. You see with your right bumper, you tilt it so that, you know, they kind of weave into each other, and so your car kind of sticks onto the spiral using centrifugal force. But you all already know about all that stuff. Anyways, you guys like movies? There's been a couple movies out lately, and I liked Ant-Man, but I think Marvel's kind of chilling out for a little while, because when I look at the list of movies coming out soon, I don't see Marvel all the way up until, I think, Deadpool in January, which does look pretty cool. I'll give it that. Deadpool's a fun character, and it looks like whoever's directing this is doing it right, because some of the tweets I've seen them put out have been honestly just downright filthy, which is right along Deadpool's kind of humor set. So that looks like that should be pretty cool. And they got Ryan Reynolds for that. I know he's done a couple superhero movies in the past, but he wasn't right for Green Lantern. Let's go and say it out loud. But you know, he is right for Deadpool. He's a smarmy, sarcastic, smart-assy kind of guy, and that's totally what they needed for Deadpool. So that should be cool. That's coming. I've seen they're doing a Transporter reboot. I wasn't that much into the original Transporter. It was okay and all, but I mean, it's just a dumb, kind of muscle-bound, kind of a dumb thing, you know. But the new one, I might be interested. They're rebooting it, and they're using, I don't know the actor's name. He's the kid who played Beast on the newest X-Men movies. He was Beast in First Class, and he was Beast in Days of Future Past. That kid. I think he was also the, one of the War Boys in the new Mad Max. That guy, he's going to play the new Transporter, and if they're going to go with Brainy instead of, like, Brawn, I might, like, give it another chance. So we'll see. We'll see. So that's coming. What else is coming? The last James Bond with what's-his-face is coming. That's okay. Bond is fun and all. I like seeing every time they get a new guy, you know? They've done it so many times that it's like, I'm sure the next guy will be just as cool. So. And let's see, another Hunger Games. I can give a crap about the Hunger Games. I'll just be honest with you. Man, I am not into teenage action movies, and by that I mean, let's see, Divergent, no thank you. No Hunger Games, none of that stupid Maze Runner. It all just feels like an extension of, I don't know. I don't even know what it feels like. It's just very annoying to me. I have not enjoyed any of those movies so far. Usually they all kind of boil down to evil government and evil grown-ups put kids who are being classified in a group, and they make the groups fight each other because people in classes fight each other. It's really like first year writing school kind of nonsense. I've never really enjoyed those. So anyways, new Hunger Games coming and going without me even noticing or paying attention. Check it out. Yeah, if I do kind of want them to make certain movies. Like, I want them to make Akira and make it right. When I saw that Chronicle movie a few years ago about the kid who gets the powers, and I was watching it, I kept thinking, man, this reminds me of Tetsuo. This reminds me of poor Tetsuo. And if they just did that story right, I really think you can get a really awesome movie out of it. That, or maybe Robotech. Robotech was this really good cartoon when I was young that was on TV. It was giant aliens crash a ship here a long time ago, and they leave it, they forget about it, and we find it, and we kind of mimic its technology, and we create a whole bunch of ships, and then the aliens come back because their fuel grows like rampant here, and we have to fight them off with tinier versions of their ship. And it was this anime that they made into like a weekday cartoon that was actually kind of cool, and I don't know, it's one that I think I wish they would go back and do. You know, maybe someone like a Peter Jackson, or what's his name that did Hellboy, the Guillermo del Toro guy. That'd be cool, but nothing that they can make can stand up to what's coming, and that's Star Wars The Force Awakens. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that. You have no idea. Like, I got excited about Phantom Menace. I was one of those guys that went first night, and I went to go see Phantom Menace, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. And then it opens, and I should have been aware right away, when instead of opening with maybe like two ships chasing each other, or opening with like a dynamic action scene, it opened with two Jedis wanting to talk about a trade negotiation about a planet we never heard of, and okay, sure. It was a Senate drama nonsense, when you really think about what Star Wars is. Star Wars used to be cowboy action western / samurai movies disguised as a space sci-fi movie. That's why the Millennium Falcon, it's like a fucking horse chase, you know. That's why Darth Vader has that samurai helmet shape, you know. They fight with swords in a very duel-like manner, and so like they were action movies based on old cowboy movies and old samurai movies, and the new ones were just missing all that. The new ones were space operas, space Senate, whatever. I don't care about space senates. I really don't. I don't care about space treaties, you know. I want space awesomeness. I want a little magic like the Force, like Yoda promises. So, anyways, new Star Wars coming. I'm so excited. I saw some pictures of stormtroopers chilling out on the set, and they said it's not even from The Force Awakens. That's from Rogue One, the spin-off, which tells me they're already done with Force Awakens and they're working on the next one. That's incredible. It's becoming real that there's all these new Star Wars is coming, and they're in the hands of somebody that I trust, J.J. Abrams. That guy can make a nice action movie in a very Spielbergian way, and we got some neat stuff coming. Speaking of neat stuff coming, Fallout 4. They're saying Fallout 4 is going to have over 400 freaking hours of gameplay on it. 400 hours. Can you guys imagine that? Like, if you played Mass Effect, or if you played Oblivion, or Skyrim, or one of those long RPGs that they took forever, but those were only like 110 hours, 120 hours. I mean, that's an amazing amount of time, but 400? I'm going to be playing Fallout 4 until Fallout 5 comes out. And they're also saying that when you do Fallout 4, that there's going to be no ending to the story. So once you beat the story, that you'll still exist in the world, and you'll still be doing things like leveling up in the world, and and just performing functions. In fact, they say that there's not even going to be a level cap, so that's great because that tells me that they're going to be able to plug DLC in like really easily if they want, without having to worry about juggling around a story that already exists. You know, you can finish it, you can not, and it'll still be there. So that's kind of nice, because if they do it the way they did the last Fallout, I imagine, well, not the last one, Fallout 3, then I imagine there will be a healthy amount of DLC. In fact, that's a game that I might just buy a season pass for. Now, that's against what I normally do. I don't like season passes. I bought a couple that have screwed me over. You know, you spend 40 bucks and they give you horse armor and one extra like 5-minute playthrough, and that's some BS. Or maybe some map packs for like 40 bucks. Like, I'm looking right at you, Call of Duty. You know, they're some of the biggest offenders of that, selling you crap. So, if you think about the Fallout 3, geez, their content was like Mothership Zeta and the Pit, and what else did they have? They had the first one was the smallest, Operation Anchorage, but I think they were getting their feet wet with that, because after that everything ramped up a lot, like Broken Steel. That added like a ton of content in time. So I have some faith in Bethesda on this one, because they've done a really good job when it comes to their pet projects, their Fallouts, their Oblivions, their Skyrims. Now, some of you thinking New Vegas was a little off the mark and charge you for stuff that you didn't need, but then again, you have to remember, New Vegas was not them. That was Black Isle Studio, I think. So this is their pride piece. This is the thing that they build the whole company on and carries them in year out on the reputation. So Fallout 4, expect something special. They're allowing us to put online mods in it. You know, the same computer mods that the PC guys are getting, that they always hold over your head whenever you hear the flame wars on the internet about Xbox is better and PC is better and PS4 is better. Well, this time, the only thing they have better is a little bit of what? They can use the console, but it's going to be sweet, because you know what? I don't have to upgrade my graphic card. Either way, it's going to be pretty cool. See what I'm doing right there? Putting a little ramp to catch you so you don't go over the top, and I think it works pretty sweet. Check this out. Placed it just right first try. Bam! So yeah, they're also saying that when Fallout 4 comes out, they're going to give you a free copy of Fallout 3 that's supposed to go for your Xbox One or PS4, or whatever your next gen is going to be. And that, when I heard that, I was like, wow, all right, you guys just sold me on that. I can't wait. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to plug it in, because I'm going to be playing so much Fallout 4, but that is so awesome of them to be able to kind of put that out there. Because, you know, they're not just going to hand you like a straight up version. You know, they're at least going to put a glossing over it to get it its resolution up a little bit. You know, just handing you an old clunky one's just going to make it look archaic. So yeah, that'd be really nice. That'd be really nice to kind of play some Fallout 3 on my Xbox One here, and that's just really cool of them to do. Because Fallout 3 had so many good moments. You guys remember the Garys? You ever go into I forget what vault it was, because I don't remember the numbers of those, of course. Remember the Garys? Gary. Yeah, Garys were it was in that game they had vaults. They were underground like dwellings that they were meant for humans to survive nuclear war. And this is after the war, and you've come out of one, and you explore the world and you find other vaults sometimes. And there's one vault that you go into, and everybody in there is a clone, and they all say Gary. And after you start reading the computers and doing little audio tapes, you realize that they were experimenting with cloning. And they made a bunch of Garys, and the Garys took over and killed everybody. And all that's left in there is a bunch of crazy clones wandering around going, Gary. Gary was great. The Republic of Dave was great. The Tree Minders were great. The weird-ass music in that game was great. I can't wait to hear whatever their next songs they are going to choose. Like, the music in Fallout was the strangest ever. I had no idea I enjoyed music from 1901 or wherever the hell it comes from. So, we're starting to get to the end here, guys. And I'm going to do a little subscriber shout-out. And instead of doing subscribers like in a list, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down recent comments. So if you guys comment frequently, I'm going to notice you and I'm going to give you a shout-out. So let's go and start going with Mr. Google. Mr. Google's always there. I saw your new banner. I can't reply to you for some reason. Doesn't let me. But Mr. Google, you have a nice new banner. There's Ty Katner, who's always there. Yao Victor, who I think has been making races. Is that right? Let me know in the comments if I see that. If it is, I'll give him a try because I keep seeing somebody Yao. Habby Tompton, we did one of your coasters the other day. I just put it up, and you know what? It was one of the better coasters I've played in a long time. That's really nice, Habby. Let's see. There's Marvin C, who pops in every now and then. Not maybe every now and then, almost every single day. Blake Woodman. Blake has been poking his head in more and more and more lately, which is nice. Dick-Tac-Toe-Mat. I wish I could reply to you more often, Dick-Tat. For some reason, in a lot of the comments, the reply button isn't available there. When I try to use the little plus thingy, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. But, you know, don't worry. I notice you there, man. It's just sometimes the reply sucks. There's Axe and Lax Plays. Michael Phillips is new lately, and so, you know, keep commenting, man. I see you out there. Will Gaming has poked his head in more. Kill of Zombies. Let's see, Waving Storms out there. Silent Gamers. Andrew Press. When I look into my magic mirror, I see SG Predators, Venom Vortex, Carlos Eduardo, Raymond Folks, GTR Gaming. Anyways, guys, I'm running out of time, so we're going to take off out of here. Hit like, hit subscribe, share, jam to see your friends' faces. I promise I'll have new videos for you all the freaking time, so check our channel out every day. Take this up on Twitter, send it to Reddit, make people look at this, because, you know, I think it's kind of a unique thing. Anyways, don't forget to eat a dick, and I'll see you all soon.